first Gamescom a couple of years ago. Brought some of the team from Canada to Germany, where I live. And after Gamescom, there was a wine festival called GARRY that's in our village here. And one of our team members got so hammered because he didn't realize, I guess, that we often mix water with wine here to kind of last the whole day. And drinking starts at 11 and it goes all the way till 11 at night. And so when we came back after GARRY, he pretty much puked all over my couch, and I had to clean it up. Actually, my mother-in-law cleaned it up. We actually had to fly back to Canada after that. So that was fun.
Last year, GDC, we're showing Star Renegades, and a gentleman came by our booth, and he's watching, and he says, "You know what this game reminds me of? Halcyon 6. And I said, "You know what? We made that game too." And he said, "Oh, well, what do you know? I loved that game." And that was just a great feeling to get that from a fan. But you know what? If you're listening, you love that game, you're going to love Star Renegades. But that's the end of my story. It's not that funny. It's just nice. It's a nice story.
The only thing that comes to mind is the Comic-Con in Montreal. We were kind of like positioned in this corridor where celebrities would walk to where the little like cubicle area where they would sign stuff. And I remember Chuck Norris walked by our booth like 8 times, something like that. And he always walked by the exact same way, which is he would like do this like little like nod wave smile and then like turn and then do the nod wave smile and then back and just keep doing that while walking. And he would walk really slow and he did that like 8 times, and it was so exactly the same each time that it felt like you were just like constantly beset by this like deja vu, like has this happened before? That's just his thing. Like he just like walks doing this like as if people care who he is. And they don't.
My craziest moment at a conference at GDC 2018 when I went to go see Yoko Taro's talk on Nier Automata. So he wore the entire mask the entire time he was in the conference, and I was doing the silly thing where I was drawing the speakers of the conference. So I did it for Splatoon and I did it for Nier Automata just to give me something to do while I was listening to their talk. So what I ended up doing was, after the show, people followed him out, and he lined up to give photos. So there was a line of like 100 people to get photos with him, and then there was another line that they formed for signatures. So I'm not really one for photos with people like that, but I thought, hey, I'll get this drawing signed. So anyways, I waited for him to take photos with everyone, and then when he was done taking photos with everyone, he took off his mask. And he was sweaty and tired and just, he looked like he was done. And there was a couple people in front of me. One of the people were cosplayed as 2B. And anyways, he signed their stuff and he just scooted them off because you could tell he just wanted to go on. And then when it got to me, I came and I slipped the drawing under him. And he was like, "Oh, did you draw this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Did you draw this while I was talking?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Did you listen to anything I had to say at all?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. It's just I think better when I'm drawing." So it was kind of cool to be told off by Yoko Taro at Game Developers Conference.
I was manning a booth for Halcyon 6, and a staff approached me to record a video of me describing the game. Totally unscripted, just on the fly. I was terrified. It's one thing to be interacting with fans and answering questions, but it's totally different when the camera is like staring at you and recording you. But yeah, that was kind of a WTF moment for me.
After party at a convention, and I had a little bit too much to drink that I had to get carried out by friends. And I remember throwing up. It just came out through my nose and my mouth at once. I was just like streaming for like 3 seconds, knocking on my door, asking if I was okay. So I got carried out, and that's why I don't drink anymore.